Hey everybody! Okay, so we know that when we do bookworms together in our normal afternoons, we start with our word sort. So remember, this week we are doing review plus a new pattern. So our big review is our short A. That is when the vowel says its sound of A, like at the beginning of apple. Then we know that we've been working on our first version of long E, or long A, I'm sorry, which is A-C-E. So the vowel A, followed by a consonant, any letter that's not a vowel, and then a silent E at the end. That silent E at the end makes the A before it say its name in A, C, E words. Like in the word snake. Listen again. Snake. It's saying the letter name of A. Then this is review from last week. We have a team of two letters, A and Y, that work together to make one sound of A. And then our new team that we started yesterday / today while I'm recording is A and I, which again is two letters that work together to make one sound of A. So we got A. These three make the same sound, but they're spelled differently. That's when it gets tricky when it comes time for word study sort. All right, so the first word is crack. I told the second graders how much Rowan loves to help in the kitchen when it's time to crack an egg. Crack apple, crack snake, crack hay, crack train. So it's short, crack apple. The letter is A and it says A. All right, the next word is mate. That's how we ended our story when we read it together, talking about how when the frogs are done hibernating, they look for a mate. Mate apple, mate snake, mate hay, mate train. Mate snake. We got an A-C-E. The letter is A and it says A. All right, our next word is spam. I told the kids about Mr. Estock's freshman year roommate at college. Mr. Estock wanted a snack, and his roommate's name was Bubba. Well, that was his nickname. I don't know his real name. But Bubba said, "Oh, I have a snack. You want some Spam?" So then I told the kids what Spam was and showed them a picture, and they all looked grossed out. So Spam. We also talked about how Spam could be email that you don't want, like junk mail. All right, so Spam apple, Spam snake, Spam hay, Spam train. Spam, it's short, apple. The letter is A and it says spam. It's hard with the M, that one's tricky, but there's no E at the end, there's no Y next to it, and there's no I next to it, so we know it's short. All right, our next word is pay. When you go to the grocery store, you have all your stuff, feels good till it comes time to pay. Pay apple, pay snake, pay hay, pay train. Pay hay. The letters are A-Y and they say A. The next word is land. Like a plane can land back on the ground, or land is like the area that you live on, your land. Land apple, land snake, land hay, land train. Land apple. The letter is A and it says A. All right, then we got three more word study words. We have lay, lay apple, lay snake, lay hay, lay train. Lay hay. The letters are A-Y and they say A. All right, we got hail. We talked about hail coming out of the sky, big chunks of ice. I showed the kids a couple pictures of hail damage. Luckily not to my house or car, but what could happen. Ooh, yikes. Hail. Hail apple, hail snake, hail hay, hail train. Hail train. The letters are A-I and they say A. And our last word study word is drain, where water goes down. Drain apple, drain snake, drain hay, drain train. Drain train. The letters are A-I and they say A. Now we can't move on till we do our challenge words, bigger and bolder. All right, our trickiest one, mailman. ale, an, man. It goes in two places, that's why it's a challenge. The AI in the first chunk of male would make it move over to train. But this second A, an, man, is short A for apple. So I'm going to put it down here, and we would have a line going to train for AI in male and apple for the A in man. All right, tricky. All right, our next one is hailstorm, a compound word. But if you know hail, you know where hailstorm goes. Hailstorm goes with, whoa, not with that. Hailstorm goes with train. The letters are AI and they say A. All right, last week we had the word graceful. Now we have grateful, being thankful. It's a perfect word to have for November. Grateful. Grateful is an A consonant, letter T, and a silent E. Graceful. So this one, the letter is A and it says A. That silent E makes the A say its name. And our last challenge word, it would help if you could see it, is relay, like relay a message to someone else. Relay. Relay apple, relay snake, relay hay, relay train. And that one goes to hay. The letters are AY and they say A. All right, and if we work together, we would be moving on to our author's chair, where I would have volunteers to share their written response. So you can pause me and share your written response. Boop, 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 boop. Wonderful. All right, we got a big kid word, is trait. In fiction, characters have traits that help us understand their personalities. And we talked about character traits with Ivy and Bean. Animals have traits or characteristics that help them to survive. Animal traits are not personalities. They are features and talents. One trait of frogs is that they live mostly in water. Another trait is that they hibernate. Traits of animals are features or talents that they each have. Okay, I was just checking. I couldn't remember if there was a video attached to it or not. Okay. So we are going to find out where tadpoles come from and how they breathe, and also what they eat. So our choral reading today in from Tadpole to Frog are pages 10 to 13. So with choral reading along with your book, your job is to be reading with me, tracking with your finger, trying to match your voice with mine. So if you're not ready yet, pause me, but if you're ready, keep going. All right, page 10. The females hear the call. The male hugs his mate. He fertilizes her eggs as she lays them in the water. Thousands of soft jelly-covered eggs cling together in the cool water. In about 10 days, the eggs hatch. The pond comes alive with thousands of tiny tadpoles. They wiggle their tails and breathe underwater with gills just like fish. Crazy. All right, turn it. Last page already. This one's short. During the summer, the tadpoles swim about eating water plants. But water beetles, snakes, and birds are eating too. They're eating tasty tadpoles. Uh-oh, got some predators on those pages. All right, that brings us to our questions. So I'm going to ask the question. After I read it, I want you to pause it. Tell an adult if they're next to you the answer. Go back and find it in your book if you're not sure right away. Or pause and say it to yourself. So number 1, why do you think tadpoles have gills? Number 2, why do you think frogs do not have gills? And number 3, what part of the food chain does the author describe? And our last job for this activity is important information. So our book this week is in time order. There's a sequence of events, so we have to remember things in order. Let's add to our timeline to help us remember. So yesterday/today, we added these important pieces from what we read previously. So we said that frogs hibernate in the winter, they awaken in the spring, and that males call to their mates. So where these little ... is, I want you again to tell someone near you what else you would add that's important to the sequence of events. And we'll come back to that on Monday when we're all together, and I want to hear what you thought so we can add it to our list. All right, yay! One thing done.